Aloha everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hyram. If you don't know who I am, my name is Hyram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. I am so freaking stoked for this video. You guys have no idea. You truly have no idea because I have wanted to do this video pretty much since the inception of my channel, but there were certain limitations. This video has been requested so many times in my comment sections to the point where I was like, you guys calm down. I am going to be trying Trader Joe's skincare. You guys have asked for so long if I could review Trader Joe's skincare. And here's the thing, Trader Joe's does not exist in Hawaii. And that was always my frustration is I was like, I want to try skincare from Trader Joe's. I really want to review it. And then every time I would travel to the mainland, I just, forgot because I have a shitty memory. But I am in Colorado and thank the Lord above, there are so many Trader Joe's here. And so I figured I would take you guys on a journey, go to Trader Joe's, get some skincare, see if I can build an entire skincare routine at Trader Joe's. That's what I'm really interested in because I really have no idea what their skincare selection is like and try all of them and let you guys know the tea. I have no idea what type of skincare Trader Joe's would have because on one hand, I could see it definitely being like organic, natural, all from Mother Earth. I sound like Alaska Thunderfuck. But on the other hand, I could see it being really like simple, effective, good skincare products because at the end of the day, Trader Joe's is primarily a grocery store, so I wouldn't necessarily expect them to have a super diverse selection of skincare products. I would expect it to be pretty, like simple, and simple is a good thing. We like simple on this channel. A lot of times simple means that it's formulas that everyone can access, and I love that, but I don't know what to expect. But I'm excited to see what's there, and I'm also super excited to get a bunch of Trader Joe's food because I love the selection that they have, and I haven't been there in like almost a year. So I am overdue, baby. I'm gonna take you guys with me to Trader Joe's and we are gonna see how this goes. Let's go, bitch. Oh, well, I'm back. So a few hours have passed since I got those products from Trader Joe's. I needed to run a few other errands and then I got caught in traffic. And then once I got back, I needed to film a bunch of other stuff and I've been filming for 6 hours and it's 1 a.m. So this is what you get, ladies and gentlemen. I got the products and I'm really excited to go through these ingredient lists because I am so freaking intrigued. So let's take a look at what I got. And all these products were like $8 to $12, I think. So really, really suspiciously good price points. So let's jump into it. This is like a what's in my bag challenge. So the first product I found is really interesting looking. It is the Ultra Hydrating Gel Moisturizer with aloe and green tea extract. Now this one I believe I have seen online. This is like really the only product I know of from Trader Joe's. But what I didn't expect, which is really stupid of me because it's freaking Trader Joe's. Everything is Trader Joe's brands. But I wasn't expecting the actual skincare itself to be Trader Joe's. I don't even question my own mind. This one had a really intriguing ingredient list and you guys know me, like bitch, if I see a gel cream, hand it over. But looking at the ingredients, it has glycerin, propanediol, it has squalane, sunflower seed oil, all incredible nourishing ingredients that I absolutely love to see in a skincare product. It has good ferments, sodium hyaluronate, and of course green tea, and it's fragrance free. Honestly, I am very, very, very impressed with like how this ingredient list looks. I was not expecting it, especially because the first product I picked up was an eye cream. And when I looked at the eye cream, I noticed it had fragrance in it, which I was like, that's kind of weird out of all the products for an eye cream to have fragrance. Like that's the most sensitive part of your face. Why would you want that? But this one looks amazing. And I do want to see like what the consistency feels like. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you know those toys as a kid where it was like flubber in a jar and you just like press your thumb in and it makes farting noise? That's the consistency that this is. It is so interesting. Okay, it is very lightweight gel, like a serum consistency. I would not expect that to be a moisturizer. Well, you guys know me. I love a really good gel cream. I love anything that'll help make me less oily. And I'm glad I'm going to Hawaii because I'll be able to use this in the humidity. I'm excited to try this one out. And then the next product I found is the, okay, how do I say this? There's so many words on this. The Nourish Dermatologist formulated all-in-one facial cleanser. Now, dermatologist formulated, of course, caught my attention, but this one does have pretty gentle surfactants, especially in comparison to the other cleansers they had, which were really harsh. This one is the most gentle one I could find. It has ubiquinone, one of my favorite antioxidant ingredients. It has vitamin E, panthenol, oat amino acids, green tea extract. It's a great ingredient list. Like not anything like to write home about, but a really good ingredient list, and it's fragrance free as well, so love that. I mean, it looks nice. I'm curious to see how well this does at removing sunscreen, but I'm really stoked to try this one out. Up next, I got from like that same line, I believe it's the same like dermatologist formulated. It's the Nourish Oil-Free Antioxidant Facial Moisturizer. And right on the front it said fragrance-free, so you know a bitch was interested. This has a pretty power-packed ingredient list. I mean, it has aloe right at the top, glycerin as well. There's ginger, there's pomegranate, there's panthenol. I wouldn't necessarily say that this is like a mind-blowing ingredient list, but it's a simple moisturizer, and I'm interested to try and see what the experience is like. I feel like out of these two, I'm probably gonna like this one better, but you never know. This is extremely lightweight, so it may be a little bit too lightweight even for my skin. And then this one really intrigues me because you know I am always on the search for a good hand cream, especially in Colorado. Like, bruh, it's so dry here. My hands look about 60 years old. Not that that's a bad thing, but when I have a face that looks 50 years old, I want it, you know, ideally both body parts to match. And this one, I mean, right on the front, it says paraben free in bold, which I'm just like, okay. It says it's made with coconut oil, hemp oil, and 20% shea butter. Now, 20% is a really, really, really high percentage of shea butter. And I love shea butter. Like, I love how it works on the skin, how moisturizing it can be. But shea butter is also not the most like amazing feeling ingredient because it can leave your hands pretty greasy, and that's always my biggest complaint when it comes to hand creams. Like, how greasy are they gonna be? Like, if I can't touch my phone for 7 business days after using it, I don't want to try it. Ooh, okay, I like the packaging. Pretty sustainable packaging. Let's try it out. Oh, she is thick. I can definitely tell that there's a lot of shea butter in this because wow, I'm putting a lot of pressure on this. This is a thick formula. You know, while shea butter is an incredible ingredient for the skin, one of the benefits of having it in a mixture as opposed to like on its own is that it just makes it a lot more nice feeling to the skin. You get the benefits of other ingredients, don't have kind of the harder consistency of shea butter that can sometimes be a little frustrating. Okay, you know, first glance at the hands, they look moisturized. They feel pretty moisturized. It's nothing like mind-blowing, but my hands do feel a little sticky. I am hoping that it's gonna be able to rub off, but I kind of expected that with the ingredient list. However, it's an amazing ingredient list, like hemp oil. I'm gonna continue using this. I have a feeling that being back in Hawaii, I'm really gonna hate this formula. Thankfully, because of the humidity there, I don't really get dry hands there. I mostly get dry hands here, but I'll continue using it nonetheless, and I'll see how I think. And then finally, and I'd say, not that I'm super surprised to see this product, but I was really impressed that this is at Trader Joe's because this type of product is usually a lot harder to find. It is 100% cold pressed virgin marula oil. Now, I love marula oil. I think it's an incredible ingredient for the skin. Like, there's so many benefits. I have used marula oil in the past where it's like 100%, and sometimes companies can charge a lot for a marula oil where, yes, you know, sometimes it comes down to sourcing and ethics and all those types of standards. And I do have to familiarize myself with Trader Joe's standards, but for the price point, I was like, wow, this is a really good price point considering it is 100% marula oil. So this is something that I would even be interested in like applying on my dry areas before I moisturize, because I have just been using one moisturizer lately and I feel like for my dry areas, it just hasn't been enough. So this will be a really good one to test out. Wait, did I say apply it before? Sorry, I meant I would personally apply oil after a moisturizer. And those are the products, everyone. I have to say, looking at the ingredient list, like after being able to double check them, I really like them. I think they're great ingredient lists. I'm super interested to try what the experience is like. But as for like what I feel about the formulations overall, I think they're great. Like, they're not leaning as far into the whole like natural, organic type skincare space. And thankfully they do use ingredients that are like preservatives and things that are necessary to keep a formula intact. But there's also a good level of experimentation and good use of natural extracts, which I really appreciate. So I'm kind of living for these ingredient lists. Now we just have to see what I think of the experience, because I am interested. So I will see you guys in Hawaii when I'm ready to test out these products. Bye-bye. Well, hello everyone. I think it's been a month, maybe a month and a half since I filmed the first part of this video. Sorry it's been so long, but I wanted to make sure that I was able to fully test out each of these products to give my honest, real, unadulterated feedback, and boy, do I have some thoughts. So first up, let's talk about the Hydrating Gel Moisturizer. This is the one that I was most excited to try out of all the products just because, I mean, come on, a gel moisturizer? That's my love language, baby. And you know what? This actually ended up being one of my least favorite products from the entire selection. For a shocking reason. I was more surprised than anyone. I found that this moisturizer actually was not moisturizing enough. And that surprised me more than anyone because with my oily ass skin, I typically find that most gel moisturizers are typically too moisturizing and greasy for my skin. But surprise, surprise, this one was the complete opposite. While it had a nice texture and consistency, I actually found that my skin felt dry and dehydrated. And while thankfully my skin didn't look greasy, it didn't really do the thing that moisturizers should do, which is properly nourish the skin. This one just, it didn't do the trick. And I only used it, I think, about 5 times before I just stopped because I was like, you know what? As much as I want my skin to look mattified mattified and not look greasy, I still need the nourishment, I still need the moisture, and it just didn't provide it. With other gel moisturizers on the market that do a good job of properly hydrating and nourishing the skin while keeping your skin looking non-greasy, I really think this is one that I wouldn't recommend. If you are looking for a good gel moisturizer though, I would recommend the Rovectin Lotus Water Cream. This one is one of my favorites, particularly during the summertime because it still gives the skin that hydrated look but does not make you look greasy. Or the Selfless by Hyram Niacinamide and Maracuja Daily Barrier Support Moisturizer. This one's a great one for really deeply moisturizing the skin while still keeping your skin at a good level where it doesn't look too oily. Or if you're someone who has combination skin but a little bit more on the dry side, the Verse Dew Point Moisturizing Gel Cream is a great one to get that deep moisture but still controlled skin. So I am unfortunately disappointed with that one, but I will say the other moisturizer, the Trader Joe's Antioxidant Facial Moisturizer, I was really impressed with. Not only does it have a great ingredient list, it does a good job of moisturizing the skin. I will say this isn't one that I would use in the summer or when my skin is a little bit more oily, something I'd probably use during the fall months, even the winter months, but I found that this one does a good job of moisturizing the skin. It's not too heavy and greasy, which I really like for day-to-day use, but I think this is a great one, and honestly, if it came down to choosing between the gel moisturizer and the antioxidant facial moisturizer, I would choose the second one. So if you're debating between the two, that is the one I would recommend. Now let's talk about the Nourishing All-in-One Facial Cleanser. This one I had high hopes for. I was low-key hoping for a Youth to the People substitute cleanser because it seemed like it was a similar product, but unfortunately I found that this one kind of like the gel moisturizer was just weird. Something I really haven't experienced before, where this cleanser really stripped my skin, but it didn't deeply cleanse my skin, which is kind of bizarre because I usually find that cleansers are either way too cleansing to the point that they strip the skin, or just not cleansing enough and still keep the skin hydrated. But I felt like the experience overall wasn't that great. It didn't feel like it was deeply cleansing my pores. Honestly, after I finished, I was like, wow, my skin still kind of feels dirty, but boy, did it strip it. Oh my gosh, my skin felt so dehydrated every time I used this cleanser, and I think I only used it about 4 times before I was like, you know what? On to the next one. If you are looking for a good cleanser that utilizes similar ingredients, of course, there's the Youth to the People Kaolin Green Tea Cleanser. That one's a little bit more expensive though, so I would define it as a luxury cleanser, albeit amazing and one that I'm constantly recommending on my channel. Or honestly, if you're just looking for a really simple, effective cleanser, the Vanicream Daily Facial Cleanser is one of the most affordable. It's great for really sensitive skin. It does a good job of deeply cleansing the skin while not being too stripping. And that's my thoughts on that. Next, we have the 100% Marula oil. I will say, while I am not a facial oil type of person, that's really not my thing. I thought this one was a really pleasant experience. Marula oil has so many benefits for the skin, and this one was a nice experience. It gives you that face oil luxury feel that so many people like. It's not too greasy on the skin. Is it something I'm necessarily going to be integrating into my routine? No, and that's just because I'm not a face oil type of person. But if you are a face oil person who loves that experience and loves how it feels on your face, I definitely recommend this one. I think it's great. Next was the hand cream, and honestly, when it comes to this product, it was pretty much what I expected. Maybe a little bit better than I expected. Does this hand cream do a good job of really deeply moisturizing your hands? Yes, it definitely does. I felt like my hands were always moisturized. However, like I talked about before, due to the concentration of really deeply moisturizing ingredients, it did leave my hands really greasy. And when it comes to a hand cream, that's kind of a make or break point for me personally. Like after applying a hand cream, I want to be able to use my phone and electronics without leaving streaks on everything that I touch. And this was one of those products where I would have to wipe my hands with a towel or tissue afterwards in order to use electronics, which is honestly kind of what I expected. However, if you're wanting my recommendations for a really good hand cream that doesn't leave that streakiness, I would first recommend the Gold Bond Ultimate Healing Hand Cream. This was the one that literally rescued my eczema that I had on my hands. My hands would crack and bleed. It was an awful experience, and this was the only product I could find that actually did its job in fixing my hands, and I really can't say that for many products. Or a recent find that I love for its really nice kind of luxurious experience, the Fenty Skin, I forgot the name of it. Well, I'll put it here, their hand cream. That one is amazing because it's a gel consistency. It does a good job of making the hands feel moisturized, but it doesn't leave any streakiness. Your hands don't feel greasy and oily. And was that all the products? Yeah. I think that was all of them. Overall, I have to say, when it comes to Trader Joe's skincare, I honestly was pleasantly surprised. Not only do I think these products have really good ingredient lists, I think their price point is definitely competitive and great for anyone who's out there looking for simple skincare that gets the job done. Are these products the best I've ever used? Will I likely frequently recommend them on my channel? I'll just be honest, no. I think they're good, but not amazing. But given the price point and how easy they are to find at Trader Joe's, I really don't think there's anything seriously wrong with them. And if someone told me that they use Trader Joe's in their skincare routine, I'd be like, like, great. But if you guys tried Trader Joe's skincare, I would love to hear your opinion. Please comment down below your thoughts on the products and any recommendations you have. Overall, I had a lot of fun testing out these products, and more than anything, let me know what store you guys want me to shop from next, because I would love to test out more options and make a video dedicated to it. So please let me know what store skincare you want me to test out next. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.